Okay, so I'm actually joined now by Mark, you are from Risborough.
Yeah, I'm the director of football.
Director of football at Risborough, but you're actually an ex-manager of Arsley Town as well.
Arsley, quite a few years ago now.
Yeah.
Actually, we had a great season in the Southern Premier. I think we finished fifth or sixth, but we got to the first round proper of the FA Cup.
That's
played
right,
Coventry away, which was an amazing day for everyone.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
I live in sort of Aylesbury way, so the only issue was with here. Right? It was that 3 hour round trip.
It's a long journey, it's all cross country as well, isn't it? Whereas Risborough's right on your doorstep in Aylesbury, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I live in sort of Wendover, so it's a bit easier.
Yeah.
But, so I've been at Risborough now for about 7 years.
Okay.
So was manager for a long period of time.
Yeah.
We had amazing success. We hold the record for the longest unbeaten run in English football history at that time.
Oh, really?
53 games.
Wow.
Arsenal's. And we were very unfortunate. We didn't go up because of the ground grading. You know, some of the bureaucracy.
We hear that a lot,
and that put us back a little bit in time. But we've since I stepped down as manager. It sounds really bad.
I'm sort of like beginning to realise what you're going to say.
We've ended up with on our 5th manager now. So in only sort of like not far over a year. So it's been a little bit of a difficult replacement, but we've now got the right person in charge. We had a really difficult season last year. Yeah. But this year we're looking pretty good.
Yeah. So you 4th or 5th, are you?
I think we're about 3rd. I think.
Honestly, a 3rd.
Oh, maybe it was, I haven't seen the table this week. Oh, okay,
fifth, I think.
But we've got a couple of games in hand, I think.
Right, okay. Okay, so obviously having a good season. So Risborough, I don't know a lot about Risborough, but we can pay a visit actually and come and see you guys.
Come and see us.
And introduce Risborough to the world. But what's the ambition then to get back up?
We've got to get up. We really want to get up. Look, but we're being a bit more moderate now because I was sort of hell bent on getting us out. We got 2 promotions in 2 years. When I was there, but then we couldn't take the 2nd promotion. And I think that now we've got a really good structure off the pitch now. We've formed a community interest company.
Okay.
So we've got proper business people involved now. So and we're running like a business now.
Yeah, but with it being a community trust as well, the money's all for the club.
Absolutely.
So like last year I was at Eaton.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of trouble, a lot of problems, and obviously their fan base have taken over the club, and they've got the community trust, and it's just a much more stable, not such a untoward method, is it?
Like we've got clubs everyone is involved in the club. The reason we did it, we used it as a vehicle to merge because we were separated from the junior club. So we've now merged. We've got 500 kids. We've got a pan disability team, about to have a ladies team.
Just on that again. So you've got. So 500 kids. See, this is something that I, every time I go to a club, I try and really get onto this. And people don't realise how important these clubs are in their local communities. Right now, so in Risborough, you're saying you've got 500 kids playing football. 500
kids, yeah.
So if you weren't there as a club, where would they be?
Totally. I mean, we're the biggest sports community in the area, but it's been quite a long way bringing all the hearts and minds to get the clubs together.
Yeah.
But now what we've got off the field, I mean, in fact, let me explain. When all the time I was manager, because we accelerated on the pitch quite quickly, we ended up probably getting a bit caught off the field. We were still running it almost like a very sort of amateur club.
Yeah.
What we've tried to do now is actually professionalise the club on and off the pitch. So the vehicle we've got for the community interest company, we've got really good business people behind. We've got good governance, good diligence from a financial perspective, so we know exactly what we're doing. Great ambition. We're looking at a bit of a refurbishment program, hopefully maybe a 4G at some point in the future.
So have you made adequate ground improvements?
We have,
if you reach, so now your ground's a bit more up to standard.
Well, you won't believe this. We asked for a 10-day extension because there was a bit of a hold up on the planning application for our new stand. They wouldn't give it. We finished the work that summer, so we could.
So the ground was up to standard before kick-off.
Yeah, but you had to do it by the 31st of March, and they just didn't accept it, which was so frustrating for everyone concerned.
But if you were up in like Championship or somewhere, or even Premier League, and you hadn't quite got your, which we've seen, I think Coventry was one.
Yeah.
There's a few clubs that have not quite, they bend over backwards.
the bureaucracy. I mean, when you look at it, I looked at other grounds that were in the area, and also, when we went to the same teams in the league, and I'm looking at them thinking, well, how the hell have they got a ground grading for our one? But look, when you come to the ground, you love it. It's really traditional. It's a really lovely ground. We need a bit of care and attention in the clubhouse, which we've got a plan.
Yeah.
Come the close season, we're going to have a refurbishment on the clubhouse. That's using some of the Premier League funding. So hopefully that's gonna help. And look, this is my real big community thing now. We've got so many people that are really doing it for the benefit of the club, and we want to just make it a great place to be from a football. But we also want to make it inclusive for all the kids, girls. As I say, pan disability as well. We want to create a path. We want to create a pathway for the kids and a club to be proud of. And you are right. It's big for the community. And, we all have great visions of, going up the leagues and seeing where we can get to.
But the most important thing is you get yourselves in a financially sound position, because you don't want to take that away from the community.
That's exactly what we're going to do. And the good thing is, with having a CIC, as you know, the governance is very strict. We've got a very clear articles of association with the club. So listen, there's no one, and no one's got responsibility.
Yeah.
You're not relying on one person. We've got an executive board.
Yeah, that's it.
With really, really good people on. So that means that, in terms of the governance, we're not going to spend what we haven't got. We're going to be financially sound, and hopefully what we can do now we've got the manager and the team in place, hopefully we can now really make it work on and off the pitch.
Oh wow. Well, honestly, Mark, we will. I'll give you a card on that in a bit anyway.
Perfect.
But we'll definitely get in touch and arrange a visit.
That'd be lovely.
And then we can really show everyone else
it's all the good honestly, work. I'm not just saying. I mean, there's so many volunteers in non-league football.
Oh, I know. I know.
Chris, who you were just interviewing, was here when I was here last, and he's been a great stalwart for Olsey.
Yeah.
And there's so many good stories and good people, and it means a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
And I think some of the money should filter down from the Premier League and stuff like that. When you see how much is a wash, a lot of people now can't even go to a game because they can't afford it.
But I genuinely, and I do push this all the time wherever I go, and I hear some amazing stories about what they do for the kids and how many kids. I mean, we go to some clubs that got 40, 50 sides. I remember going to Billericay a couple of years ago, and they got 4G and they got 2 4G. They had 80 sides overall with walk-in sides, and I don't think you see that in Premier League.
No, well, I was a manager for 20 years in non-league football, so I've been to all Billericay, I've been to all the grounds around, and it's proper football. I mean, obviously the fans get close to the players, they get to know the players really well, and the quality of playing. And if you look at it, for this grassroots football, if you look at players coming through, what else are they going to come through? Not everyone goes to an academy straight away, and I think sometimes the ground.
I don't think you've got the route anymore to the top. Go back 40 years ago.
Exactly.
These bigger clubs now, they want to buy immediate success, which means they'll go abroad, find these quality players, and it's stopping the youngsters in grassroots players. But then again, does it also mean that non-league football is such a better standard of football nowadays?
If you think across Europe, no one's got a pyramid like we've got in terms of the non-league and how much it means to communities. And for me, one of my biggest achievements is not, where, obviously trophies are great and promotions, but the amount of players that I've managed to push through that have ended up as pro has been, that's been a really, really great thing for me. And I still keep in a lot of contact with them now. A couple of years we had Marcus Wiley, who was our top scorer. He's playing at Gillingham now. Scored his first league EFL goal a couple of weeks back, so we're proud of him. We've got a few lads that have moved up to National League standard that have come through our original team. So that's always a thing, that you've given those lads a really good pathway.
It's absolutely brilliant. Mark, listen, we will be paying you a visit.
Thank you, appreciate that.
I really appreciate you coming over and giving you time. Just before we go though, just give us a quick idea what you think the score might be.
Right, listen, it's a top of the table clash, isn't it? So probably a little bit too contrasting styles, but this is the best. This today is the best squad we've had out so far. Gary came in a bit later than we would have liked, a bit later, so he's had to build the side a little bit off the cuff initially. But now we've got a really good squad, so I'm expecting us to win today.
Yeah.
I'd say we'll win 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah. Cheers,
mate. Thank you very much.